You are now listening to the Mayor's Office, where your hosts Adriel and the Mayor talk about sports, music, life, and everything in between. Let's get started.
Yeah, man. But yo, you walked in, you seemed a little
Depressed.
perturbed. Yo, is everything okay?
Everything's okay. I think the problem with me is I hate paying for parking in the city.
Oh, that's definitely a problem in the city.
It doesn't feel right to pay for parking.
I'm a TTC guy, so the Red Rocket, I don't got it.
I don't mess with the TTC in any.
You're a smart man, fam.
I don't mess with it.
Yeah.
And I don't, to be honest, I don't blame people, especially the youth, for doing, throwing a little objects at TTC drivers. Because, tutus, you're walking.
I actually did that one time, to be honest with you.
You're walking.
TTC driver get slapped.
It's the normal, and it should be, because you're walking, they see you, they still go.
So what happened to me one time, me and Aleem, we had a game or whatever. This was back when I was at Bathurst. So we had a game, I was on my way home. So I get off the bus and everything, and I have to transfer to another bus, but I looked on my app, it said 14 minutes or whatever. I went to McDonald's, got my fries. You know me with the McDoubles, I fuck with that shit, you feel me?
After a game.
Right after a game, that's why I have back problems. So I get my food and everything like that, and I get on the transfer bus, right? So now I'm leaving the transfer bus, pretty much, and the guy closes the door on me as I'm walking away, so I trip up, so I look stupid. And you know how mans are. When we look stupid, we get angry.
And especially with a gym bag too.
Exactly. So I reached in my McDonald's bag, took the fries, and I threw it at the TTC.
Damn.
And then I just walked
Large
out.
fries or medium fries?
I only get the small fries. Okay. I don't want too much fries.
Okay, the impact wasn't too bad then.
It wasn't too bad, but
did you throw it at the bus or did you throw it at the driver?
The doors were closed because remember I left, so I threw it at the glass of the. I wish I could have hit the driver at the time.
Or did he just kept going?
No, man, just drove off, yo. So it is what it is, but that's my experience. Aleem, how you feeling today?
I'm blessed, man. Blessed it's a Friday. You know me, I'm a weekender. So
sun is shining a little bit too,
So for the listeners, you probably can't see, but the viewers were in a different location. There's a little bit of a different vibe out here going on. You might have heard some different voices. So I guess it's intro time pretty much. So yes, this is the Mayor's Office podcast. I'm your host, Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the Last Airbender, a.k.a.
the Last Airbender.
Peso Poppy.
Peso Poppy.
Isn't Peso like A$AP Rocky? And he has
that's just a song called Pesos. Okay. But you guys are listening to two new voices. I had two of my friends come through. You feel me? Because Adriel has some breaking news, guys.
What?
Nothing bad, nothing terrible, but I got a call from the National Podcast Association that Adriel came down with an injury. He has a knee injury, so he will not be able to pod for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
But we need him back for the playoffs. We need him to come back and get that 50-point game like D-Rose did for the Timberwolves. But in the meantime, I got two of my boys coming through. Big inspiration for me when it came to potting. These guys started the Channel 47 podcast. I would love for you guys to introduce yourself to the people.
You already know who it is. Well, I guess you don't know who it is, but it's 47, aka DJ 47. You already know I'm a DJ, I'm an engineer.
Podcast god out here. My name is Gilly Banks, Toronto artist, Afrobeats, dancehall, all of that. I came out here to support the man.
I appreciate that. So, Adriel, we got you.
100%.
You feel me? No replacements, but my homies came to, just show love and do the pod, do episode 12. You feel me? So, how you guys feeling? Getting back to podding. You guys haven't podded in a little while.
We haven't still.
Yeah, we haven't still.
We're on like a rebrand type thing, but
it's been a long time.
Soon come. Don't worry.
100%. It's interesting. A lot of people are podding, like a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of oversaturated.
I would say so.
Yeah, I would say so too, but I kind of like the different perspectives people are giving,
Definitely. I think Aleem's right with saying that it's oversaturated because it really is. Everywhere you turn around, somebody new has a podcast. I'm not one to talk because I just started one, but I think it's
yours
the
is
approach.
Refreshing though, yeah.
I appreciate that, but I think it's the approach that somebody takes into like starting a pod. Yeah. Everybody's just doing the same shit. I'm tired of hearing about relationships.
Yeah.
And Toronto relationships.
I seen one Toronto podcast, No Shade, that came on the Instagram sponsors. Man was talking about eating pokes, how he doesn't do it, but then the thing could do it for him. It just was so whack. Like, sometimes, like, sometimes.
Wait,
sometimes like what's it called? Like, you know, things talk about how man them in the city are whacked or waste, all those things. And sometimes you're like, yo, relax. Like, come on, you're the same way.
They're lying.
But then when I listen to this podcast, I'm like, yo, these mans are so waste to the gal.
I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. You and me had the conversation the other day,
we
actually.
did still, but like, so you're saying like the niggas on the pod were whack, or you're just saying like
Content.
The content was specifically whack.
Both. And then like now I'm averaging out that in Toronto. Like there's a lot of men who probably think like them, and it's just like, yo, you guys are whack. Like, yo, grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What were they saying? Like, can you like give me like a quote or something? Like, I haven't seen that pod. Like, I honestly like since we stopped podding, there's only been like a couple pods I listen to because I feel like the more podcasts you listen to, the more you get influence you get by them.
100%. And
right?
just for context, you guys haven't podded since 2020, just for the viewers.
2021. Yeah.
2021.
So
that
yeah,
was the last
definitely
time.
the Toronto podcast landscape has been
Has
a little
blown
bit
up since then.
since
at
then, for
least
sure.
a little bit more.
Yeah, because like I think TikTok wasn't really a thing them
No,
times.
it
Now,
was not.
now
TikTok was more like a dance app. Like, you know,
at
you
the
go
time.
now it's like it's everything. Your For You page is you.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
I don't know. It
100%.
just gives me that like I don't want to get influence on my own opinions because I think I have strong opinions, right?
Yes,
so
you do.
like so you know like I like to like at least I'd rather sharpen them than like, you know, listen to everyone and then now I just become a sponge.
Yeah.
And
I hear that.
I'm not into that.
I hear that. Well, let's see where podcasting goes. I feel like it is oversaturated, but you never know where it could go. You know?
But how do you feel about the relationship talks? Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like it should be talked about? Because I feel like when you're of a certain age,
Yeah.
you're going to be in a relationship.
I feel like if you're potting, you have to talk about your life experiences.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I see DJ 47, I see 47 constantly. And I don't like talking about my relationship, but he's one of my closest friends. So I do bring it up.
Gotcha.
So I just think it's just something you deal with every day. I can't talk about my work every single day. You know what I mean? I can't talk about just my family dynamic. There's not that many new things happening in our lives. So yeah, I do feel like if you're in a relationship, you can talk about it. But I'm just tired of niggas talking about relationships every 5 seconds on pods, to be honest.
I hear you. So in terms of relationships, or even just in that segment or topic in general,
Yeah.
what do you feel are your stances are where things you should be able to talk about and things you won't touch? Like,
See,
where do you
that's
draw the
that's
line?
another thing. So if Aleem starts his pod, right, and he's talking about relationships, he's a single guy currently. So his content might be a little bit different from my content.
Got you.
I can't bring too many things home into the limelight of my
Gotcha.
life. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So
Got you.
maybe when I become a celebrity, I can open up a little more. But currently, right now, I can't do it.
I hear
As
you.
opposed to maybe Aleem, maybe he's more comfortable to say, yo, I went on this date and this, that, because nothing stemmed from it, maybe.
I didn't go on a date. So
So 47, well, what's been new with you? Like,
nothing, like, you know, just like, you know, grinding, you know, trying to like, you know, get my name out there a little bit more. Like, I'm not like a guy that like promotes myself too heavy, but I need to. Like, you know, like that's just kind of what the city's like, you know.
Definitely.
Like, I'm nice at the DJing, but like only you got to know me to know. Like,
but people know. People know.
I don't like
People definitely know.
like out here like telling every single person I meet, yo, you know, I mix, you know, I'm nice, you know, I'm an engineer, you know, I'm nice. Like, I'm not. It's not that I'm not. It's just I'm not doing that.
Got you.
But you know, 2022, this summer is supposed to be the summer that we missed 2 back-to-back summers low key.
Yeah.
So like
I
there's
hear
no
that.
excuse for this summer to not be at least a lit or, you know, at least get my name out there.
I mean, I'm excited. I got a lot of excitement for the summer. You feel like generally in the city that there is a sense of excitement being the first like real summer?
Definitely. Like, I don't know, like the way everything's happened, we have no choice for this summer to be lit. This is the first summer with Caravana back.
Yeah.
There's a couple of like big concerts coming to Toronto,
Big
like, you know,
festivals,
like
yeah.
big festivals. Like, how can we not be
Caravana's
excited?
back. There's a lot of things going on this summer for sure.
So wait, do you feel like it's gonna be a wild summer or like a summer that people overdo it?
I feel like people are gonna overdo it because we haven't got the moderation.
Got you.
It's like, yo, everything all at once. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Instead of just going to a 1-2 party, maybe you're like, yo, it's that FOMO. Like, you don't want to have that fear of missing out.
I
I'm
hear
gonna go
you.
out a lot.
I
You know
hear
what I'm
you.
saying? I feel like you guys are gonna go out.
I go out. Period.
So
I've been going
I'm
out
excited.
before pandemic and during pandemic and after pandemic.
So there you go.
I hear you. To be honest, I'm pretty excited for summer. I feel like it's gonna be an interesting summer because I feel like now with like the pandemic over, more gal out. It's just like
The summer's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be
It's
lit.
gonna be
It's
crazy.
gonna be
the
lit.
streets
Let's be
to you
real.
guys, man.
It's gonna be lit.
Like, no matter what anyone says, like, oh, like, yo, we don't want to, like, the city's so bad mind. The city's not a bad mind, fam.
In
People-
certain aspects.
It's not, fam. It's not, fam. People have problems with people. That's the problem.
But yo, you can't. You can't.
problem.
No, people do have problems with people, but like you can't come into contact with those people. You get me?
But if we're outside and that's the only time I see that person, there's gonna be an issue, fam.
Okay, so do you
know what I
guys
mean?
see like videos and shit? It could be TikTok, whatever the fuck, of people saying, "Yo, creators, everybody's bad mind, so creators can't create in Toronto." I don't fully agree with that
that's
personally. I feel like, yo, if you are a real creator, you don't need somebody else to justify you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's how I feel.
In regards to that, I feel like with certain cultures, and I feel like Toronto, and you can say that about any major city, but I feel like Toronto, when people have vim, they move a certain way.
Yeah, they
Like
start
when,
moving
when
sick.
people have a certain amount of clout, like
Yeah.
their attitude changes. And I think that's where people are like, ooh, when you're a creator, you can't really hook up with a creator. Because it should be like, again,
It
47.
should be like this,
Yeah.
just like this, live.
Like,
Like,
again,
no egos, no nothing.
none. We're just talking. But it's like certain rooms would be like, I mean, I have more clout, so what are you really doing for me? You know?
Yeah.
But it's like at the end of the day, you have to gain information at each step, you know?
This
Mhm.
clout shit will kill people, fam. It doesn't make no sense. Like,
And it's not even just Toronto.
yeah, it's just not. It's not just Toronto,
So
but like,
that's why I didn't want
it's
to put it
weird.
like that. I feel like every major city has those issues, you know?
yeah, like,
New York,
as soon as
LA.
you get verified or you fucking get 10K, 5K followers, now you're all different person. You're not, fam.
Yeah.
You're still broke. You still live in the hood, fam. Like, what are you
100%.
talking about?
And you see artists say it every day, like, yo, I'm not here without my fans. Some of these people like that are getting that 5K. You're not big yet. You got that 5K through word of mouth and the people around you within your circle. You know what I'm
100%,
saying? So you have to show
100%.
some sense of like respect.
Humility.
100%.
Humility, that's the word for
100%.
sure, for sure.
100%. Do you feel like there's a bias in sort of genders who have more humility
Oh,
or not? Or do you feel like it's just
If we're talking about genders and humility, let's not talk about genders.
Yeah, this is not the podcast
This is not
to
the day.
go
This is
at.
not the day because that's a big,
But
big
that's
topic.
that's a
you know
big
what I
question for sure. But we'll save it for those other podcasts we were talking about
mean?
earlier.
Like,
So my next question for you guys, Rolling Loud is rolling into Toronto, September 9th to 11th, I believe.
yeah.
How do you guys feel about that event overall?
it's gonna be sticky for the city? There's a lot of artists on those lineups have a little, you know,
Yeah.
with other artists. And I feel like that's one thing about Toronto summer. You know, you could be outside a little bit, but
That's
when
the
two
thing.
happens,
So are you condemning the people that get the tickets to go?
I'm not condemning the people that are getting the tickets to go, but I feel like, again, go out, enjoy. But I feel like, and that's the thing, it shouldn't really be like that. If you're an artist,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should want to perform here because it's a big thing. But I feel like we're forgetting that a lot of our music scene is about
Violence. There's a lot of violence,
and
in
it's
our
a lot
music.
of people are on that ticket that, you know,
Yeah, there's definitely the relation. For
My
sure.
thing with the rolling, like, yo, I think rolling out is this is humongous for Toronto. We needed something like this.
Mhm.
I don't even want to say we needed it. We deserve something like this. Like, we're one of the biggest cities in the world.
a lot of people rate
Like,
Toronto.
yo,
No, it's past
we
due
have
for
some
sure.
of the biggest artists, and
For
I'm glad that not even the biggest artists are performing. Like, we don't even Drake's not on the ticket, but I bet Drake will show up. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, Tory's not on the ticket, but you never know. Tory could show up
Yeah.
if he doesn't go to jail. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you know, like, and it's
Yeah.
great for the city, but like the artists, some of the artists that they put on the ticket, no one knows that are in the city. That's one.
Mhm.
Two, it's like some of these artists have never even performed shows like that. So this is just good for them to get their name out there. But
Yeah.
like, how are you gonna control some artists from performing the songs that you know they shouldn't be performing in the city?
It's tough.
That's
It's
the
tough.
that's I think that's where the issue
because you get a set, you probably get. It depends
4 or
on your
5
bill.
songs.
Yeah, it depends on your bill. You probably do
Right?
get 4 or 5 songs. So
And then like now it's like, yo, do you want to play your new
You have to
music
play your most
or do you want
poppin'
to play
song?
your most popping tracks?
has
And
to
then
be
it's
most
like,
you have to play your
popular
most
track.
popping track, or
right?
else-
And then your most popping track could be talking about another artist
Who's
friends or
performing.
family that's on another date.
yeah. 100%.
So now you perform that track. Now what happens? That guy's not gonna feel away. He's not gonna perform his tracks. Like that's the only thing I think that could have problems. And then like the backstage stuff, because it's like
Yeah, there's gonna be
If
a
I-
lot of like brushing and intermingling and guac.
if I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
if I'm a VIP and I'm performing, you can't tell me I can't be there all 3 days.
Mhm.
There's no way. They're not gonna say, oh yeah, you're only here Friday and then that's it. You're done. You're rolling out the days are done. Or
I do feel
come on,
like
it doesn't make no sense.
that weekend, is that Labor Day weekend?
I think so.
I think
So there
it's
might
the
be
9th
some
to 11th.
events going on, but I do feel like there's gonna be a heavy like police presence there, security presence there. Like this is rolling now. They've been through this shit before. They perform not perform, but they run this festival in LA, and we both know.
But LA has problems.
That's what I'm saying. We know how LA is,
yeah,
like, but we haven't heard like a
that's
Rolling
true.
Loud get shot up or
But
anything
in
like
regards to like
Anything
U.S.
violent?
artists, like, do you guys feel like in terms of concert tickets or like performers who are going,
that. Yeah.
do you feel like, because I don't listen to too much hip hop, like US based hip hop, but
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like opposing artists in US who I guess beef with each other can be on the same ticket and coincide?
They don't. They
At
take them off.
peacefully.
That's what I think is gonna happen. I think specific artists by this time, like at first, I feel like they're gonna see how the summer goes in Toronto.
Yeah.
So like if the
I
summer,
feel like
if the summer's
Caravana
neat-
is. I feel like Caravana is the indicator.
yeah, if
the
Caravana goes
indicator.
well, like
yeah.
we get like God forbid we get like a stabbing.
Yeah, knock on
Or
wood for sure.
Some light, nothing crazy, no one dies. I think by the time the Rolling Loud comes over,
Yeah.
it could be smoother. But like
Mm.
if we're leading to summer and then it's like boom, 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 and then summer and then Rolling Loud comes,
Yeah.
they're gonna pull people.
100%.
They're gonna pull people.
See, I agree with you. I really feel like the people of Toronto, we deserve a good summer. So I
Mhm.
really, really don't want any bad shit to happen.
But this is Toronto.
no,
this
but
is
at the end of the
Toronto,
day, like we can't like.
When you're from the hood, you know what. You
No,
know what
I
going
know
on.
I'm from the hood too. But
You
what
know
I'm
what going on.
saying, no, trust me, you guys are west, I'm east, whatever.
No.
But at the end of the day, I do want what's best for everybody.
I
I
hear
hope and I pray that like it's gonna be a good summer because a lot of people in the city deserve fun. I deserve some fun for sure, and I know you guys do
Yeah,
too. So
I don't want to like say the city because the city is big.
yeah. No, well, you know what I mean. There's people that
Yeah,
do
yeah.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Because I want to be like
It couldn't
downtown
hurt.
vibing, listening to Gilly Banks music.
A
Nah,
lot,
I hear
like,
you.
You need to have
I hear
that
you.
Gilly Banks in
I
the
hear
whip.
you.
You know what I
hear
mean?
you,
I
fam.
gotta listen to Gilly Banks.
hear
Take
man.
me there.
hear
Yeah,
you.
I'll pay you for your podcast appearance after we're done. By the way, so you're good. You're good. The 100K is on the way. That's
No, but
100K.
you're right. We actually do deserve a good summer. Like we've been through a lot. Like take it in.
We were on the most
You
lockdowns.
couldn't buy cans in the grocery
Bro,
store.
I had family, friends that had weddings that had to like decrease the total amount of people that came and just a lot of rescheduling. I had friends that had babies during the pandemic. It's just
Mm.
that
crazy.
you know,
a lot of people went from having a good job like 9 to
To
5
nothing.
every day to just being at home all the time. A lot of people are working from home. There's a lot of tight families, you know what I'm saying? A lot kids coming back from not going to school and coming home all day. Like it's a big adjustment for a lot of people. So you're right.
do you feel like the pandemic changed you for the better now that
Physically, yeah, because I gained a lot of weight.
okay?
But mentally, I feel like it took a toll just because like I went through a big transition, like moving in with my person and everything like
Gotcha.
that, or us moving in together and shit. So I feel like that mentally took a bit of a toll on me, and I'm still adjusting to that.
Gotcha.
But overall, like I'm in a good place in life.
Gotcha.
Like I always talk to Aleem about this shit. Like whenever I'm stressed, I kind of that's my person to go talk to.
It's,
you know what I mean?
you need those people in your life because mental health is such a big topic and so important. But like
Definitely.
you need that person in your life that will be there to like kind of that you can relay information on. It's so
100%. Thank you, 47, for being my
Big up
therapist.
47, not only on the mix.
I'm out here.
What I realized as I was scrolling through the Twitter sphere, I'm a big fan of this gentleman. Came out with an album, like 6 years ago,
Yes.
called Damn, and this is Kendrick Lamar. He came out with his promo for his new album by Letterhead.
Okay.
So I'm
What's
looking
that
forward
promo?
to. That's his version of promo.
I mean, when you're that big, I mean, promo to some people is nothing, you know?
Nah, I hear that. So Kendrick's coming out in 2 weeks. He's titling the album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I'm excited for it. I don't know if you guys are Kendrick fans. Gilly, I know you don't really listen to a lot of hip hop, so I just wanted to put it out there that's coming out. And I'm
I think
excited
the
for
problem
it.
for me with, and I don't want to classify Kendrick just as a lyrical rapper, but
He is a lyrical rapper.
I don't listen to that sort of music anymore. I feel like in university, gaining that content was beneficial because,
Right.
you feel intellectual. I'm
You're in
smart,
a different place
know?
in your life. Yeah.
I feel like when you start growing, you start thinking about inflation, you start thinking about life, you start, thinking
Paying
about other
bills.
things, This whole let's save the world. It's just like, come
You
on.
can't.
Oh
gotta
man,
save
no, we're not
yourself
doing
first,
Kendrick
bro.
slander on my podcast.
But my thing with this album, I don't think this is gonna be like a super conscious album.
I don't think so. I
You
think
just-
he did that already.
What's the name called?
Pimp a Butterfly?
No,
when
no,
he did
the
Conscious?
one that's dropping.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
And the Big Steppers, if you're talking about like Michelle Obama and Barack Obama and like the government, nah, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be more like he has to give us like some good music, fam. He has to, fam.
I feel like every Kendrick album has a different musical theme, and I think
it's gonna be like the Ratchet Team.
Yeah, this might even be something like that.
Okay.
Because he already did the Conscious thing with To Pimp a Butterfly, like during the Black Lives Matter.
And he's a dad and shit now, right?
Yeah, like he's in a different place in his life. 6 years,
So
like
you think
a lot
he's gonna give us
I don't know what the fuck he's gonna drop, bro. The man dropped his promo on Letterhead. It could be fucking anything, bro. He could come out with a country album for all
I didn't know
know.
he
better
liked Kendrick
not.
that much, to be
Nah, I'm a
honest.
big Kendrick fan. 47
Yeah, he is. But yo, he better not drop no country album. He better drop. I promise you, if he doesn't drop heat, he will get slandered.
Yeah, he will.
You think he will though? Because I feel
think
like
so.
his name
There's gonna
is...
be stands, of course, because you know he's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. But like we're talking about, there's a lot of people on the fence for Kendrick Lamar.
'Cause it's been a long time.
Because it's been so long. And then Damn was really good, but To Pimp a Butterfly, nah, you have to.
But
be
what
a
about Good
Kendrick
Kid,
Lamar.
Mad City? To
But
me,
that-
that was...
But that's his GOAT album. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
got
So
you,
like
got you,
this
got
album,
you.
this is what, fourth
This will be his fourth studio album.
Fourth studio album.
Yeah.
This one got a hit.
Yeah.
It's got a hit,
I
or
agree.
else it's like, I don't want to say he's a write off because he's like still Kendrick Lamar, but like
It's been a long time, and
it's
then
been
we
too
get
long.
something
It's been too long to come drop some mid.
weak. Yeah, I agree. And if you take that era of dominance, where it was like Drake, Kendrick, Cole, like that big three, if Kendrick doesn't drop something of high quality, Cole surpasses
Easily.
Kendrick in my eyes, and I'm a Kendrick guy.
Even
So-
like in hip hop, like J. Cole's done more for hip hop artists than Kendrick
Yeah,
Lamar.
he has. He has put on.
Easily.
He has put
He
on.
put on
more.
more
I have to
artists.
agree with that.
And then we
I
don't
have to
even want to
agree.
talk about Drake putting on artists and putting on artists that no one knows.
Yeah,
So like
100%.
Kendrick, there's no way you can not do anything for hip hop and then come drop this mid album. There's
Yeah.
no way. I don't think he's that dumb to do something like
I don't
that.
think so. I don't think so.
I have
but
faith in that
we'll
short
see.
LA man.
So that's one album. I have a list of some albums that dropped today, depending on when you're listening on to this podcast.
Gotcha.
But there's a few of them. I have a couple questions for you guys, but I'm gonna list them first. Cool.
Got you.
All right. So we got Action Bronson, El Cocodrillo,
Oh,
Turbo.
What kind of name is that?
We have Bobby Schmurda. We have Bobby Schmurda.
He actually dropped a tape.
He dropped the tape. It's called They Don't Know.
Okay.
We have Future, I Never Liked You,
Great
Kalani, Blue Water Road. So I got two questions for you guys. I'm gonna hit you with the first one. Which album is getting the first, if only, spin out of those guys?
Future.
Between us two or just people in general?
No, between those albums I just
between
said.
those Future.
Future for sure.
I don't mess with Kalani in any capacity.
It's just like
whatsoever.
like what the thing with the Future thing is like, yo, his name has been talked about so much lately, especially since Valentine's Day. Did you just been hearing
What happened
talk-
during Valentine's Day?
He dropped a song like
with Kevin Samuels.
yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Samuels,
Kevin Samuels in the video. You know what I mean?
okay.
And then like we were just talking about these relationship talks.
Yeah,
been
and the
so
whole
much.
like I'd rather be with
And then-
Jada.
and then Future being this, he's supposed to be like the talks, like he's supposed to be the villain to Russell Wilson, basically. You know what I mean? Like there's Russell Wilson and then there's Future. Like there's
Yeah,
the guy
yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna go wife the hoe, and then there's nigga that gonna make her the hoe. You know what I mean? Like you see how that
But
works?
yo, he did big things for Sierra. He gave her that.
Fam, he put her back on the map.
that single was top tier.
Come on.
I mean,
That
they
single
were a
was-
serious couple.
They
They
were-
share
that
a
was
child
just
He
together.
beyond
wrote
so-
it like that single. Was
and
not
then
to
people
play
try to
with.
shit on Future doesn't make sense to me. Because how can Sierra can't even shit on Future? She has his baby.
So have you listened to it already?
I listened to Future's tape.
I listened to it too. What's your
It's
opinion
mid.
so far?
It's mid. It's like there's like 2-3 songs that's like ooh, and then like everything else is everything else is because we're from Toronto. Oh, I'm gonna post it. Future
Right.
it was all right. There's like I can name like 3 songs that I was like ooh, Chicken was good with STG. Back to Basics was fire, and then fuck.
I like that Mon one with Drake. I like that one. Drake's verse was very.
Yeah, yeah, that was
one, or
solid
the one with
track.
Thames.
No, the one with just Future and Drake.
That one is
Yeah,
that was the
that's
last
a
that was the last
solid
song I was gonna say.
That one
Those
was
2
nice.
I
tracks.
listened to the tape
were hard.
too. It was solid to me. It wasn't nothing special to write home about.
Mm.
It wasn't Future's like. I think Future's kind of outside of his prime when it comes to music.
think so?
Got you.
I think he's slightly out of his prime.
I don't think rappers can get outside of their prime.
I feel like rappers, maybe not their prime, but rappers have eras that kind of fit their music the most.
for sure.
So I feel like he's kind of slightly outside of that era, but without him, a lot of these dudes we wouldn't be really like
100%.
rocking with from Atlanta today. So
On that point, you know one rapper who I don't think will get out of his prime or out of that like
era,
era? Gunna. I don't know. There's some about
You think
Rapper
he's
of the year.
transcendent?
I
He's
think-
rapper of
I
the year
think-
right now.
the way he produces albums is actually very crazy. Like from each album to each album, he takes a different play, you know?
Mhm.
To me, that guy is he's phenomenal. Because at first I was like, yo, I'm more of a Lil Baby fan.
Yeah, everyone was saying that, but like
But Baby, his
I
sound
always
is
like Gunna
his
over
flow
Baby,
changed,
to
though.
be honest with
who?
you.
Gunna's or Baby?
Lil Baby's flow literally changed. You hear it. Like
it has
from
I
harder
always
than
had,
ever.
I always had Gunna.
From
over
harder
him.
than ever to this last like was the last one called?
was it Goat?
Like emotionally scarred with the one with emotionally scarred on
Yeah,
it.
Baby Goat or something like that.
Was
where
it
he had the goats.
No. That's
It wasn't
that's,
that one?
that's another one. Like the most recent one before this last
Okay, I didn't listen to that one.
the last tape that you dropped with Dirk.
Mhm.
That tape, the two flows were different. Like you can hear the melodies in the first one. Now Baby's on the like he's on like that type of flow. Like he's like a
The
rapping rapper.
The listeners got that.
They must have. They must have. They
They
know what I'm
understood
talking
what,
about.
they understood what you're saying right
Like
there.
he's on like that. Like I'm a rapping ass rapper type now. Like yo, I have bars. But
Yeah.
like niggas don't want to hear bars no more.
No,
like you said,
nobody.
like we're done with the bar shit.
We're really done with
Like
it.
yo, fam, if you're coming at me with bars, fam, go sit down. You
Sit,
need a break.
please.
But Baby does have bigger songs than Gunna. Let's put that out there at least.
You think so?
Yeah.
Overall,
I
commercially,
think
yes,
it's
he
'cause
does.
He's bigger than Gunna.
Really?
Yeah, he's bigger than Gunna. He's like
The bigger picture is bigger than any song that Gunna's put out.
Bigger picture.
Really?
I feel so.
I think it's bigger than every song because it's about George Floyd being, like
I know,
that
but
whole
I'm just
scenario.
saying what it is, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Still, like, yo, it is. That's still part of his.
Because for me, that's
discography.
what I like about Gunna. He can make a song like "Banking on Me," which is just like,
Are you talking about My Turn? That
Yeah,
tape?
that's the tape
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
talking
my
about.
turn.
Got you,
My bad.
got you.
like I feel like that's what, and I feel like only certain artists could do that. So I feel like Young Thug is one of them.
Young Thug's
Gunna is one of them. I think Future is kind of one of them, but I feel like Future has produced so much songs that it's just like it's almost like Drake in that sort of field where it's like
that last Drake tape
you're
was
in you're in a
weak sauce.
limbo, like
Holy
it's
bro.
you're in a limbo where it's
Yeah.
like we've heard you, we like you, but it's like we want something refreshing, but we kind of don't.
I understand.
You know?
I got you. All right, so I got a question with those albums then. We'll take Future out of the mix. We'll say between Bobby Shmurda, They Don't Know, and Kalani's Blue Water Road, who's selling the most?
Oh, Kalani.
Fuck, that's a good question. I
This
want to
is
say
Bobby's first tape. Since
No,
No,
he
is
got
this
came
out.
like an
out of jail.
album or a mixtape?
I'll double check, but I'm pretty
I
sure
think
it's an
a
album.
tape. I mean, it's an album. Yeah, I want to like yo. The thing is, like, I don't know I don't know who really listens to Kalani. Like, listens to Kalani.
A lot of things.
You know what I
listen
mean?
to
That's
Kalani.
what I'm saying. Like, a lot of girls listen to Kalani, but girls will also download Bobby Shmurda's tape just
That's
to
true.
download it.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? So,
That's
like,
true.
I don't want to say that he will outsell her, but she will probably outsell him just off the fact she's a girl. So girls are gonna go support,
But-
and then they can relate to like the style music
But
and being confused about dudes.
So
type
this
stuff.
Bobby Shmurda album is,
an album.
and actually it is an album, and
how many
it's the
songs? I should have
sequel
listened
to
to this.
Shmurda She Wrote, which was
Okay.
his debut album back
Okay.
in 2014.
But do you think? Well, I don't want to ever say the hype on him is a little bit dumb. But do you think the album should have came out more when he was?
I think,
because I feel like
When he was fresh
now,
out?
yeah,
yeah,
because I feel like now it's been a while where we've seen you dance. You know?
yeah. I mean, yo,
I heard
we
that track's
can't tell
hard,
a
though.
man that came out of prison
I
for
hear
X
you,
amount
I
of
hear you.
time when to drop music. But when it comes to promo, I feel like he probably should have capitalized on that a little bit earlier. I think the hype kind of died down on him coming back. But yo, if the music's good, it'll always speak for itself. But
That's the real question.
the singles that I heard, there's one really commercial one. I can't remember the name.
The
and
one
I'm
with
not,
Quavo?
the one where it was a music video. I'm gonna splice this in the pod, but it was a music video. Was he in the mansion and he was
Yeah,
dancing
that's
and
the
he
one
was
with
squatting?
Quavo.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
Nah,
so I
fam, people
wasn't
fuck with
really-
that track though.
Yeah,
People,
it's
fuck with that
commercially,
track.
it's-
But do
up
they
there.
mess with it because they like him dancing and they can do that? Dance?
No, no.
I
the
heard
song
it's like
itself
I
is
heard it's like a
decent.
type of like twerking type track. Like it's
Okay.
like for women. Like
Oh,
you know what I
okay,
mean? So
okay.
like that's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
yo,
Like
Bobby, do your
Bobby
thing.
really like my thing was like when he first went to jail. I remember having this specific argument saying like, "Yo, Bobby Shmurda is not bigger than Kodak."
You're right.
And
Kodak
Bobby
Black
Shmurda is still not bigger than Kodak.
You're
And
right.
Kodak Black is also a better rapper than Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, you're right.
These are all facts.
Like,
These are
so, like,
undeniable.
Him
Actually-
coming back, you're right. He should have probably capitalized on that time,
A
but at the
lot
same
earlier.
time,
Yeah.
people are gonna tap him because it's Bobby Shmurda. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, he's been gone for so long. People still think that he's better than Kodak. People still have that.
Really?
I don't know about other people. Like I know people still have that thing that like, oh, he was so hot that his fire, they couldn't even stop it when he went to jail. He came out and he was still on fire. You know what I mean? So like they're gonna tap in, but yo, if this shit's weak, fire for him out here.
I apologize to the listeners. His song is called "They Don't Know." It was on Hip Hop DX's releases, but it's actually just a song. I think he's gearing up for an album. Yeah.
So the album, there's no date for the album yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen a date for the album.
Go get a
yet.
date, nigga.
Yeah, that's
like,
the thing. Now it's taking too much time.
Like, what are you doing,
Summer's
fam?
almost here.
You came out, what, 20?
Yeah.
When did you come out?
If you want a summer record,
you know,
I think May is probably a good time.
Like,
May,
what?
June-ish, you know?
For sure.
What are you doing, fam? Like,
For sure.
Roddy Rebel been putting in more than Bobby Shmurda, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Roddy Rebel was on the YSL tape. He was on G Herbo's tape. He was on mad tapes.
Yeah, he was up.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And also in regards to Kalani, I feel like what may hurt her in this scenario, and it could be a bit unfair. I feel like because usually Kalani's like artist is, oh, she got out of a relationship. It's almost like Summer Walker.
yeah.
She got out of a relationship. She's gonna give me some.
Her music
good
released a
context,
tragedy.
You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
because
yeah.
she's not really hot, we don't know if she's out of a relationship. It's like, I mean, I already heard Summer, so what more can you give me?
I mean,
to deal with this
yeah,
right
there
now.
is a
She's
lot of
not-
artists that draw from tragedy for sure. I
You
think
know?
she's in that mold for sure.
I don't
So
think
we'll see.
I don't think she's even better than Summer either.
Oh no.
She's not
Summer,
even close.
as weird and as odd and as
As a weird mom as she is, she's still a good artist.
she's fire. Summer Walker is
So-
fire.
artist,
She
you know what I
is
mean?
an
She is
amazing. But
fire.
yo, some of the most people are the most.
That's
talented.
usually how it works, right?
She's the to the extreme.
I
Like,
hear
Nah,
you.
nah, she's not the extreme. We know who the extremes
Who's
are.
the extreme?
Like R. Kelly's and like
no, but I mean, but people who are like
Trey
so
Songz.
The
people
Trey
are so
Songz.
conscious.
I don't even want to
Trey
put.
Songz, the pod's
I don't
coming
want
to
to put.
you.
I don't even
man.
want to put Trey Songz in the
And
mix because he doesn't even drop enough music.
But he
to
had
that
one.
He had a time, though. He had a time where he
one
was-
good album. Trey Day. Woo!
But yeah, on a
When did
future
Trey Day
episode,
drop?
we're definitely gonna talk about
Like
Trey
2020,
Songz.
2012 or something.
You dirty
2012?
dog.
Fam, 10 years ago? No.
That's the
Trey,
timeless-
you don't put in enough work.
No, he
Summer's out
doesn't.
here.
He doesn't.
put
He
in
doesn't. He
enough
doesn't.
work.
He doesn't.
He's out here trying to abuse women too
He
much.
does. I agree. And it sucks that a lot of these R&B artists who give great R&B songs,
They're literally tragic heroes.
you know, it's almost like
Like,
it's almost like now when you're. Well, I can't play Trey anymore. But
I can't. I don't even like.
I was
Trey
gonna
like
say
that,
like
to be
when you're
honest.
playing these songs with certain people, it's just like
You know, it's funny. So my girlfriend, she's a lash tech, right? So she has a rotation of music. She has a playlist that she constantly plays for her customers and everything like that. So she is a big Trey Songz fan. She's coming to the realization of all the shit that Trey Songz has done. So she feels like she has a finite amount of time to play
him
these
a lot.
songs
That's real shit.
until that
no clothes
documentary
on,
comes.
role play.
By the
Good
way,
God.
shameless plug. She does have you on the playlist. So
Thank you.
shout outs to the doll
Thank you.
formula.
Shout outs to shout outs to her.
All right, gentlemen, we're back. Took a little break.
100%.
Had to just chill out. You know, the Trey Songz talk, it got me heated. But now we're back. We're ready to go. So I got a question for you guys. Another one. You know what I'm saying? This is how the podcast go. You talk, I talk.
21 questions.
Yes, sir. What have you guys been watching lately on TV? I've been watching a lot of new shit. I feel like my shows are getting overwhelmed right now. I'm on Netflix and Ozark just dropped back.
I heard.
I'm trying to finish that up. I just finished watching The Ultimatum.
Oh.
You guys can hear about that on the last
Yes.
episode. Watching movies like crazy. I want to know what you guys have been watching. What have you guys been doing? Anime, TV, what's going on?
Yeah, me right now, I've been on a lot of anime kick. Like, but I just started watching Winning Time, like the Lakers.
That's a
the
big
start
show.
of
Yeah.
the Lakers franchise,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like it's funny, like when you watch a show and you already know the final result. You know what I mean?
Kind of like a docu-series.
Yeah,
type
like
vibe.
you're
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
it and you're like, yo, it doesn't matter what they're saying right now
You know
because
what's
you
gonna
know
happen.
Magic's still gonna win 5 chips.
But
no
I like
matter
to see
what.
the process.
But
of
the
it.
process
Yeah.
is it's interesting. Like what people were doubting this guy, the 6'9" point guard. They're like, oh, he can't dribble, but like
Yeah, they want to put him
none
in
of
the
you
post.
guys can dribble.
They
You
want to
guys
put
are,
him in the post and shit.
you guys are in the 80s.
Yeah.
None of you guys can dribble. Westbrook will kill all of you guys. Like you know what I mean? Like so like be
Even something
grateful.
as simple as today, like we're doing fast breaks on basketball, like nothing. But like these guys were like, yo, dump it to Kareem, 5 dribbles. I like seeing the transition there.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's dope.
it's interesting.
What
But
about
yeah,
you,
that's
Gilly?
what I'm watching right now.
So was watching The Ultimatum, but I feel like in terms of watching shows, I don't know. I haven't been really watching a lot of shows, to be
So
honest.
no shows, no hip hop. What else?
No shows, no hip hop. Don't kill me. A little bit here and there movies. The last movie I watched was the Batman one.
I heard it was ass.
Yeah,
it was the opposite of that.
You think it was good? I think
I heard it was 2 hours of him trying to figure out who he was.
Seeing a scrawny Robert Pattinson,
no.
it was a bit. It was
Yeah,
a bit,
why
it was
is
a bit
Robert-
disturbing.
All right. We're not gonna slander the Batman because we did it. Me and Adriel went back and forth
Okay.
3 episodes ago.
Okay.
I fuck with it. I'm a
The
big
thing,
superhero
Zoe Kravitz,
fan.
woo, she was looking nice. She was
Zoe
looking
Kravitz
nice.
was looking good.
She was looking nice.
She was looking good. I also watched a movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a really big movie. So anybody has some time, go check
What's it
that
about?
out. It's like a time travel multiverse type movie. Like it's a mixed
Like
bag
superhero
of things.
movie, kind of.
Not really, man. It's a bunch of things. It's a drama. It's a love story. It's an action movie. It's a bunch of things all at
You
once.
know a movie you should watch that came out last year that I think you would like because it's a time sort of thing?
Yeah.
I think it's called Old. I don't know if you watched it.
No, I'm not watching M. Night Shyamalan's garbage. Is it
because
that?
the plot twist? To
No,
the plot
I-
twist? To the plot twist?
I'm not watching that.
No. This is like more of like a
This
like
is when
a
they're on the beach.
yes.
No,
Oh, when they turned younger?
Yes.
No, I'm not
no,
watching
when
that.
they
Keep
turn
it.
old.
Oh,
they turn
whatever.
old.
Why would
Whatever
you watch
it is,
that?
keep it. It's
M.
okay.
Night Shyamalan, he lost me.
I kind of hate actors too.
Who's M. Night
so,
Shyamalan
yeah.
though?
He's the
He's
director,
the
of
director.
Old.
He does.
Oh.
He does like twists. Like every movie, there's a twist, and then there's a twist,
Oh.
and then there's a twist to the.
Except for
twist to the
Glass.
twist.
Glass was his last good movie. I fuck with that.
Really?
but-
You wouldn't watch that? It was
No,
very
no,
it was
no.
very
M. Night
refreshing.
Shyamalan lost me a long time
God
ago,
damn.
man. For sure. For sure.
Didn't he do the one with the tiger and the kid in the boat?
Life of Pi?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I gotta Google that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
That was
big
alright,
director. I did not know.
I'm gonna recommend you some movies. And
Yeah,
see how you feel.
I don't know. I feel like when it, in terms of shows and like movies, I don't know. I feel like that sort of industry is, I don't know. It's
It's
a
dying,
bit,
kinda.
it's a
That's what
bit
it feels
dying
like, right?
to be honest. Because I feel like
Streaming is killing it.
I think we're in that transition where obviously we grew up watching the silver screen.
Mhm.
Now it's like
it's YouTube.
Yeah,
it's
YouTube.
not-
It's music.
It's instant access.
it's instant access.
It's
That's
TikTok,
what it is.
you know?
Not even just that. Like I feel like people still want to watch movies, but they don't want to go to a theater.
Yup.
You
Yeah.
only want to go to a theater for a certain experience, like
Yeah.
the Marvel blockbuster,
Mm.
like that type of shit. You know what I mean?
But
Cheap dates.
There you go.
Tuesdays. But in terms of watch movies, do you think people actually want to watch movies, or you would only watch them? Because I feel like you're more into like movies and TV shows and that. Sort
I
of stuff.
watch one good movie once a week
Because to be honest, if I didn't have a
on my TV.
like if I had a friend who recommended those things, because that's how I knew about the ultimatum. Like I
Yeah.
would have never knew about that.
For
I
sure.
saw
I
the
don't even know.
I
about
saw the
that
ad
stuff.
on Instagram. I'm like, yo, this thing. But again, for me, I don't know. I feel like that sort of content, I feel like it's really dying. Because for me, I'd rather go on TikTok, watch people do funny things, laugh for, a couple 25 minutes, get
yeah,
lost,
yeah.
and then go back to
I mean, it's hard to
you know?
commit to an hour-long show when you can just go on your phone and just scroll past for 20
Plus,
minutes.
you're like tapped into like certain types of movies. Like you're tapped into the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah,
you're invested.
I'm
in that.
invested.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
We
me,
just saw
I-
Black Panther. And
I'm not too heavy on the Marvel anymore. So like, it's cool for me to just breeze some of these movies.
So what about just take Marvel out the equation? What about just a general movie? Like, do you guys go to the theater anymore? Is that dead?
It's
I don't
dead.
go to the theaters still. Last time I went to the movie, we watched an anime.
Oh yeah. We watch an anime.
Yeah, I don't
wow.
watch.
movie.
I don't
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
things.
yeah.
I don't watch movies. Like yo, I just can't take actors serious. I don't know why. I don't
Is
know
it
why.
because you can't separate the film and their real life? Like
No,
Will
like-
Smith, for example, or just for example.
Like Will Smith kind of made me not like actors even more because of what he said at the Grammys, or the Oscars.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it's even before that, like people pretending to be people they're not, and then getting paid 20 M's to be people they're not on TV after someone done like fixed up half the movie for them, so their scenes are very minimal. Nah, I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that stuff. I'd rather listen to some tracks.
I mean, yo, you're that's why you're DJ 47.
I think for me in regards to shows and movies,
Yeah.
I don't feel like the content is refreshing. I feel like
That too.
back then, like there was more refreshing content, like thought-provoking movies.
There's avenues and there's different
Like,
streaming
I think-
services that can give you access to that.
Yeah.
Like I have-
HBO.
exactly.
I feel
I was
like,
just
yeah,
about to say I have
yeah.
Crave, and Crave gives me access to HBO, and that's where I can watch Winning Time and other shows like Euphoria and things like that. I'm super into cinema. Adriel is kind of opposite. He's more into he's like you. He's not has tapped into that shit like watching like the latest Marvel movie, but he's into music like super in depth, right? So I
Mhm.
relate that to you guys.
Mm-mm.
But for me, I'm like, and 47 knows this. I'm like super into cinema. Like I like writing screenplays. I like watching
That's
a lot of
dope.
different TV shows. I like
That's dope.
talking about that shit. So I guess it's not for everybody.
But I won't lie, like it's like it's the specific shows. Like you
Top
put me on like shows that I will never ever stop watching. Like I always watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
that show is
that's
goated.
a goated. Yeah,
That show is goated.
For sure.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, goated. But like these are shows that are like low-key on the fence of their jokes. They're very dark humor. You know what I mean?
It is,
like,
especially Philadelphia.
It's very hard to like these shows if you're not already in that kind of like you're not already in that kind of space. You know what I mean? Like that's why I personally appreciate HBO more than anything. I think it's the most realistic, closest shit to reality TV without it being with it being scripted.
I agree with that.
Right?
So do you guys watch like your friends' recommendations? I know you just mentioned it. Do you like take in what your friend says?
100%. Someone told me to watch The Ultimatum. I did. Top Boy was on my list. I finished that in like a day. That was
season.
I feel like those shows, like I feel like there's certain shows like Top Boy that is like, wow, phenomenal content.
You like Top Boy?
I think it was.
Hey yo.
I think it was amazing. Someone told me to watch P-Valley. Someone like there people Ozark,
big show.
Someone told me to watch that, but I'm gonna try. I feel like I'm gonna try.
Did you? So you watched all three of the Top Boys?
100%.
So this was the best one.
I felt like
the season before.
Yeah, the first season on Netflix was the best one.
Yeah.
So the one after Summer House.
Yes. Because there's a second season off of Netflix that dropped. He's right. Yeah. This season wasn't as strong as the last
was
season,
still
in my
good.
opinion.
It was still good, but it wasn't.
I didn't finish it. I watched like the first episode and a half, or maybe the first 2 episodes, and then everyone ruined it for me. But like from what I heard, this show was just so unbelievable. Like it's just mad. It felt. From what I heard, it felt too fake.
But
like,
I think
this season
niggas is
felt
getting
too
murder.
fake.
But I think
every left, right, and center.
I think it felt like that because they're rushing it, and the next season is going to be the last season.
The last season.
So I feel like they did a disservice to themselves because I felt like Top Boy was a show that was real. Like, you know, if something had to happen,
it was a very
they'll do
realistic feel.
But
yeah.
now it's like
It's like Power now.
You know, they did it because of
even the season before this season was kind of like Jamie Merkin at all man's off. Like,
it was
come
a little.
On, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
but then
Albanians.
this season, I heard that like Mans were just going like
Mans
left,
are
right,
in Morocco,
center, like everything,
Spain, they're all over the place.
Doing dirt everywhere. Like, come on,
So
fam.
that's
you
the
guys
problem.
can't even carry guns in your city, but you guys all Mans have burners on them. What?
I think that's the problem with a lot of TV shows where you need to have a concise plan for the show. I don't think this show had like a long-term plan.
And also too, pandemic kind of ruined
it. So I find some of the best television shows you guys will ever watch are about 5 seasons. Like you find a show that's about 5 seasons is good. There's a term called jumping the shark, is when people like go way out of the realm of possibility for the show. Like I seen that shit happen with Power.
Are you talking about like dramas though, or like any type of show?
Most shows outside of reality shows, because that's just life, right? Or
I think some comedies.
Oh, comedies are different.
They can go deep.
Yeah.
Because you can just keep doing whatever.
It's like Seinfeld,
especially if it's like Sunny in Philadelphia, where it's like every day is just a new day. It's not like a continuation of a story. Then you're good.
I've never watched that show.
Nah, if you want to watch something and laugh, that's the show for me.
Yeah, for sure. All right, gentlemen. This postmortem. My beloved Raptors. We lost in Game 6. The Philadelphia 76ers. It was a hard-fought final 2 games. Big shout-outs to the team, the coaching staff, and everybody, but we did ultimately lose to Philly. That was originally up 3-0. How do you guys feel about that?
It had to happen.
Yeah.
No team's done a win from a 3-0 deficit.
It's impossible. I believe that now.
I think so. It's hard to lose 4 straight
games
I feel
after
like
winning 3 straight.
Exactly.
Doc Rivers was shaking though.
He was shaking.
I think so.
But apparently, like from what Embiid said, they had like a super good practice. I guess that really put them.
I heard Maxey say that the extra couple days helped.
Yeah, they put the level-headed them.
Because I think usually in the first round it's every other day that you get to practice. I think those 2 days in between game 5 and game 6. So, honestly, I personally think that the future is bright. I saw Charles Barkley say that we're a treadmill team.
What does that mean?
That means like you're not going anywhere. Like you're in like Portland was the last few years, like that type of shit. I don't personally feel like we're a treadmill team. But
so wait, you feel like the Raptors have potential to like maybe slide into 3 seed, 2 seeds in future seasons?
Obviously, we have to make moves. This current
Gotcha.
roster is
But
definitely.
I
not
just
doing
don't know
that.
how.
It's
We can't.
If any, yo,
How do you sign players to a place where they tax you on everything,
you have
and
to
then
trade.
you're away from half of your family?
That's
to
the
trade.
thing.
And
And the
then
taxes
what
here
if
are
your family is a bunch of criminals?
the taxes here are different where in them states where you could do loopholes, all
Yeah,
these sort
there's
of
not a
here
lot of
it's just
loopholes. So like it's
that
tough.
million
And
goes
then-
I mean,
away.
the best
we
thing
can't
you can do
even
is to
draft.
trade. The best thing,
Yeah.
we were too good to
We're
draft.
too
now.
good to draft.
The
now.
best way to
That's the thing.
succeed is through trade right now.
Yeah,
and-
the trade might be the best idea, but like, who do you trade? We can't trade the rookie. We can't trade rookie.
no,
of the year,
definitely
right?
can't trade rookie.
We can't trade a dude that we
But the
just gave
thing is-
90 M's. Can't trade Fred.
Siakam, maybe
We can't trade. We just
It's
put
tough.
Siakam in. We gave him 130
So-
M's right out the bubble.
It is tough what to do.
But in
Yeah.
terms of, I guess, American athletes, a lot of American athletes like coming to Toronto because they think it's a
Yeah,
nice
but they
city.
like coming for a vacation.
For
Got you,
vacation,
got
they
you.
do not like.
It's like a
They
coming
like coming to
staycation.
Caravana, seeing
Got
some fun
Gotcha.
and
'Cause
leaving. you
to me,
feel
I thought like it would be the opposite. Like, you get a taste of the city. Why not come here? But you're right about that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I
Like
just-
long
I-
term. And remember, you come in the summer for vacation. 90% of the season
It's cold.
It's
is cold, right?
It's
You're going
cold.
from October to about March, April.
And then like when I look at like the Toronto history, like we've never been able to sign any
A
agents.
big free agent.
We've
Yeah,
never.
it's-
All of
We
our
got
best
Kawhi
players
through trade.
trade or fucking draft.
We got Ibaka through trade. We got Marc Gasol through trade. Kyle Lowry through trade.
What?
Like most of
DeMar,
our
we
championship
drafted him.
team, we got
Prince,
through
we
trade.
drafted
And
him.
DeMar liked Toronto.
And
too.
DeMar liked Toronto, but we had to do what we had to do.
We had to do it.
That's fine.
And I'll never take that away.
But
for
like,
sure.
it's just gonna be hard to like find. I don't know how. And it's like, yo, we can trade and we just signed Gary Trent. No,
Yeah, we did.
you know
we
what I mean.
did.
Like,
It's a nice pickup.
like our team is really good, but to put us over the hump, we need that star.
Yeah.
And then there's another thing, like, which star can you even bring to Toronto to
It
like
has to be a disgruntled guy that's in his youth, you know what I mean?
in his youth? And it's like, who? I don't. It's not gonna be no
I
older
mean, if
player.
we had more time, I would definitely talk about some options, you know what I'm saying? But there's every year, there's some disgruntled mans that want to leave. So we'll see. I trust Masai at the end of the day.
If we can get KD, we're going to the finals.
There you go,
Right?
fam.
But that nigga's not leaving.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Kyrie won't let him. That's his girl.
Oh man. So guys, you guys dedicated how much time? How much time have we recorded, Chris? Oh, by the way, we're in 1990 studio. I want to give that
The studio's
big-
fly as
It's
hell.
very
I want to give a
Fly
big
as hell.
shout out. Adriel ended up finding Chris, and we wanted to give 1990 Studio a chance and a try with our podcasts. And yeah, I appreciate you, Chris. So shout outs to you. How long have we been recording so far?
53 minutes minus the break.
All right, cool. So
Probably like 5 minutes.
yeah, no worries, no worries. So we gave you guys about an hour of content. I know I promised you guys an episode every 2 weeks. So I had to just come in with the injury replacements. My boys, DJ 47, Gilly Banks. So I
Already know.
appreciate you guys coming
100%.
with me for my first time in 1990 Studio. So this is usually how we end the pod.
Got you.
We have a non-rap suggestion of the week.
Got you.
I'm going to go first. I know I gave you guys time, but I'm going to go with Khalid. He has a song with Summer Walker, who we mentioned earlier. The song's called 11. Caught me in my vibes today. Every time I finish work on a Friday before the weekend, I need that one song to listen to. You feel me?
Mm.
And this one was hitting today. So I threw that in there. So Khalid 11 featuring Summer Walker. I'll let you go next, DJ 47.
I kind of was off put, but like the song that I've been listening to, like, it's kind of older. It's like 2020. It's called Toxic by Gabsy. You know this artist?
Oh, yeah.
How do you say his name?
Yeah, Gabsy, yeah.
Gabsy is hard. So like
He's very good.
Toxic. Go bump that. It's hard. Like, it's not about being toxic, but it is about being toxic. You know?
I was gonna do a Gabsy one too, but I'm gonna change it. Mine would be DVSN Ty Dolla Sign featuring YG. Can't Tell.
DVSN, that's short for.
Division.
There you go.
There
you go.
Multiplications.
I love it.
That is a beautiful track. Like the vibe, automatically a set. Play that in the car, you're good to go.
I hear you.
Good to go.
Oh, I appreciate that. So we got a new segment real quick. It's called the Creator Showcase. At the end of every episode, we're just going to give a shout outs to creators that are doing their thing within the city. You feel me? So I want to give a quick shout outs to Manuever Men's Grooming. Shout outs to my boy Chevy. Shout outs to my boy Dre. These guys are the guys behind Manuever, and they have a vision for changing the way men view self-care, grooming, and mental health. So showing men that it's important to take care of their personal hygiene, which is something that I can get behind. So I appreciate you guys. You guys keep doing your thing. Shout out to you guys. And this has been episode 12. How you guys feeling?
It's the weekend. Like I said, I'm blessed. I'm amped. Something's gonna happen this weekend.
I feel like this weekend is going to be very good.
Weekender type shit.
yeah.
There you
Summer
go.
is signing. Hey, let's go.
I appreciate you guys pulling up once again. And in the honorable words of Mr. Adriel Smiley, know yourself, know your worth.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else you can play podcasts.